Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Ron's Pies news video special extravaganza. Today, all jokes aside, today, Call of Duty Modern Warfare got its official multiplayer reveal. And now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a game I've been very cautiously optimistic about. It's a game that I love Call of Duty, I love Modern Warfare specifically. I was a little concerned after some recent moves, business decisions specifically by Activision to remove the campaign from Black Ops 4. But Modern Warfare seems like the entire point of it from its conception was to harken back to the golden age of Call of Duty, you could say. So I think that today's reveal really cemented that. There were a lot of old school stylistic decisions made. I don't know how to explain it. It just watching it very much gave me flashbacks of Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2 with its map design, some of its aesthetic design decisions. And yeah, and I kind of want to talk about some of the things I noticed that they added, some of the things from that I didn't know they added that I got from this article from IGN written by Miranda Sanchez, and yeah, which I'll have a link to in the description. And yeah, I noticed in the trailer there was some environmental interaction. There was a moment where they're at this map, it's at night, and you're kind of relying on the lights for light, and someone turns off the lights, and now you have to use night vision in order to see. And so this kind of tells me there is going to be a very large focus on night vision, which is something that the first Modern Warfare really focused on, but now with advances in lighting technology, this is going to be more useful than ever. Because I've seen some stuff from previews where people said when it's dark, it is pitch black. You cannot see without lighting, night vision, stuff like that. So I think implementing that into multiplayer is a really interesting decision. And from the previews I've been seeing, again, they said night maps have been, the shakeup this series has needed for a long time. And so that has me very intrigued. But there's also environmental interaction with doors. They said doors are actually going to play a big part in this, where in the trailer you can kind of see someone crack open a door and throw a flashbang, but you can also breach through doors, you can sprint through doors. And so I think that will add an interesting pacing design to each of the maps. I think being able to breach and clear doors in a multiplayer thing is something that Call of Duty players have always wanted to do. And so I think adding that is another kind of notification that, hey, we hear you, we're going in the right direction. There's also this kind of leaked before the reveal. I don't know if it was an intentional leak or not, but kill streaks are back. Not score streaks, kill streaks are back. And I think that's a good step. Score streaks were always something that kind of bothered me, especially in the Black Ops games, where to me 3 kills should give you a UAV if you have that UAV selected, of course. But like 3 kills, UAV. And so in recent Call of Duty games, when you get 3 kills or even 4 kills, like 4 or 5 kills for a UAV, it's like it just doesn't feel like you're being rewarded properly. And so I think by simplifying it, going back to kill streaks, adding that prestige, adding that kind of element of skill to it, I think that just a much more easily digestible way of knowing, hey, I'm doing well this match. I think that's really important. And speaking of kill streaks, they're adding the tactical nuke back. And I don't know if this is going to be like the Moab in Modern Warfare 3, where it kills everyone on the map, but it doesn't end the game. I really hope it's like Modern Warfare 2, where you get 25 kills without dying, you call it in, ends the match. I really hope that they take that approach, because that just adds so much more weight to that accomplishment. So I really hope that's something they do. I also noticed a lot of old school weapons that kind of got me intrigued. They really had an emphasis on the javelin, which I think is interesting in a multiplayer context. There's vehicles are now as kill streaks or as map things. I don't know. It wasn't exactly clear from the trailer. I think they're going to be kill streaks. They look like you can control them, or at least get in them and use the mounted weapons. So anti-vehicle weapons are interesting, like the javelin. Throwing knife was featured prominently. Lever action shotguns, like the Model 1880s. It looks like a newer one. It looks like, honestly, it's like an original weapon or heavily modified weapon, because they did say there is going to be a huge emphasis on weapon customization, a very extensive weapon customization system. They think they said around 30 attachments per weapon, excluding certain weapons that don't really have room for attachments. Hopefully this isn't where they implement microtransactions, because there isn't a season pass in this game, like Black Ops 4 didn't have a season pass. I didn't play Black Ops 4. Admittedly, I only play Call of Duties when they have campaigns. So, a little cause for concern there, but we'll see what happens. I really hope that isn't where they try to nickel and dime people, because weapon customization is something that means a lot to me, and it adds a lot of personal attachment to the attachments. What else we got? Oh yeah, they said, well, right on this article, you can see it says mounting weapons, and what that means is basically there's a leaning system. I would equate it more to Killzone than something like Rainbow Six, because it's more cover contextual, where you go to the side of a cover, you lean to the left or right of it, you can lean over cover. So if you've played Killzone, that's kind of what we're going for here. And one thing that got me interested is that they really want big player matches. They said right now they're aiming for, I think they said as of right now they've got 10v10 player matches, but they want 32 versus 32 by the time of launch. And they said at some point they even want, they even want 50 versus 50 matches. And I think that is a huge step forward. It's not quite a battle royale as some people might thought it was at first. I think it's going to be more akin to those progressive matches. If you played Call of Duty World War II, I think it's going to be like that, more large scale cinematic combats that are very, not scripted, but very funneled in a specific direction. I think that's what you're going to see. That's where you get those. Because if it was just 50 versus 50 people on one of the normal maps, that would be absolute chaos. And yeah, beta starts September 12th for PS4, September 14th for everyone else. I believe it's closed those first 2 days, but I believe it's open starting the 14th. So you don't need to have pre-ordered the game to play the beta. So I guess the question here, with all that considered, are you excited for Modern Warfare? Have you changed your mind about Modern Warfare? I was personally cautiously optimistic, but after seeing this reveal event, I'm pretty much all in at this point. The only way I would be out is if the game comes out and it turns out it's all terrible. But as of right now, I'm pretty much in for Modern Warfare. All the things they said have got me excited. It kind of seems like they're rekindling that old school golden age Call of Duty, so that has me very intrigued. So, does that have you intrigued? Are you still not into Call of Duty? Like, if you're not into Call of Duty already, why? If this specifically doesn't interest you, even though you're already a Call of Duty fan, why? Let me know. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you next time.